Would you like to see a fuck-ass email that I got this morning from some fucking loser? Also, it's really funny when I clock some behavior as weird and then some of y'all are like, no, it's not. And then weirdos come out of the woodwork and prove me right. What you're looking at is some non-MLA formatted crash out of a person that I presume is palm-colored, melting down about some criticisms I gave the movie Thunderbolts and the characterization of Bob months ago. Long story short, and I still stand by this, by the way, that people are acting like Bob is the first decent depiction of mental health that we've ever seen in the MCU, even though we've had many, including some people of color, and that there are many things that I can't overlook about that, including how a lot of people, including some well-known content creators, were touting Thunderbolts to be a better movie than Brave New World before Thunderbolts had even fucking come out yet, and the vitriol against a black Captain America was already at a fever pitch, and that even if people felt seen by Bob as a character, and even if that's valid and legitimate, there were definitely some racial undertones to the overall glazing of this character in this movie, and also that I felt that the writing for this character was lackluster, and that people would not be humanizing Bob this much if he was a person of color, especially a black person, and that maybe a lot of people like this character because they feel more comfortable relating to white mediocrity. Also, let me add, in case some of you have forgotten or you just didn't know, that I happen to be a black PTSD Air Force veteran who has been talking about mental health in the MCU for fucking years now, with many, many examples. Again, a lot of people got mad at me about that, and then Ironheart gave a great depiction of PTSD, and no one fucking talked about it. As a matter of fact, instead, Riri Williams, a black girl, was raked through the coals, called a terrible fucking person, given absolutely no grace, and was called a criminal, like she's the first criminal in the MCU. And all these people that were supposedly starving for an accurate depiction of mental health problems said absolutely nothing. But again, Bob is sweet baby girl. I made a video about that too, and I asked, where's the discourse about Riri? Where is the discourse about PTSD and Riri Williams in Ironheart? And no one had shit to say, as I fucking predicted it would go. You fucking losers love to hide behind the term classism to act like racism isn't a fucking thing. Let's be honest, the term working class people is a dog whistle for normal white people that you can relate to and feel sorry for and have empathy for, because the rest of us are just animals. Like Riri Williams and her family aren't working class. No, you just don't like that I pointed out some weird ass fucking behavior that absolutely had some racial undertones to it. Because bringing up Bucky and referring to him as quote unquote Sam's lapdog, that's very telling as well. He wasn't Steve's lapdog, he was just Sam's. You hate black people being in the lead of fucking anything. Or you hate seeing any white person being perceived as secondary to a black character, because that's where we're supposed to be, right? Because why bring that the fuck up at all? It's also really interesting that this loser and a bunch of you like them will hear me say, if this character were a black character, then you would not have as much humanization or empathy for them the way that they are written. And translate that into, Nicki said, stop humanizing mediocre white men. Just like some other fucking loser also said, Nicque Marina says that white men can't have mental health problems, even though I have done an entire mini-series on this, on white men in the military specifically. I have Thor's quote from Endgame tattooed on my fucking collarbone. I'm still worthy, because of how I connect to him and his PTSD and his depression and his mental health issues. You know, a white man. Because when you can't make a valid fucking argument, or maybe admit that you were fucking wrong, or maybe on some bullshit, you'll just make up things that were never said or that never happened. This particular flavor of quote unquote Marvel fan has been emboldened a lot over the past few months, especially since, may I say, November. And it's really unfortunate what these motherfuckers have done to the space. I can't do really much about that besides talk about it and call out funny behavior when I see it. But I can also give you the attention that you are so obviously starved for when you decide to take time out of your day to bully me and say some out-of-pocket shit. So here you go, medievalgirl01@gmail.com. Since you wanted to share your thoughts with me so fucking badly, maybe there will be some other people out there watching this video that will want to share their thoughts with you. I really hope you enjoy the attention. And thank you for actually, again, proving my fucking point. Like I said, I don't know what this fucking person looks like, but it sounds like palm-colored behavior. And maybe since a bunch of y'all just had a loss in the family of white mediocre men this week, you're crashing out and need somewhere to put all of that angst. Well, if that was the case, this was the wrong fucking place, and it will always be the wrong fucking place, because I have no problem in assisting in giving you the embarrassment you deserve. Thank you so much to medievalgirl01@gmail.com for being yet another contribution to making this world a shittier fucking place every single day. Speaking of mental health, maybe you should talk to your doctor about Wellbutrin or Zoloft or some shit, so you can stop assaulting people you don't know on the internet with random essays. And since you also seem to be bothered by Sam Wilson, let me remind you and a bunch of y'all other people out there that nothing you can do can change the fact that Brave New World outperformed Thunderbolts in the box office. And no amount of switching the goalposts of whether box office numbers matter or they don't will ever change that. Good day.